Stop scrolling. God is pleading with you. The demon that controls your money is about to take your last dollar. God is exposing your neighbor. This moment is not a coincidence, and this message is not just another thing you scroll past and forget. This is not random. This is God reaching straight into your situation. You feel it. Your heart knows it. The demon that controls your money has been playing games with your peace, your security, your future, and the time has come for heaven to intervene. This is not just about losing money, it is about losing your grip on the life you were meant to live, the purpose you were born to walk in. God is exposing the enemy's hidden hand over your finances, and even more, God is pulling the veil back from those close to you, from the neighbor you thought was harmless, but heaven knows their true nature. Comment Amen if your heart is open to receive what God has already prepared for you today. You are not reading this by accident. Something has been happening in the spiritual realm and now it is leaking into your reality. The demon that controls your money has been draining you in silence. One unexpected bill after another. Delayed payments. Lost opportunities. Every time you start to get ahead, something hits you from behind. It looks like life, but it has been war. And God is saying, I have watched long enough. I have seen this spirit manipulating your increase and stealing your sleep, and now I am coming in with fire and light to deliver you. Before you go any further, like this video if you can feel this is speaking directly to your life, because this moment could be the turning point your spirit has been crying out for. This is serious. The demon that controls your money is not just after your wallet. It is after your worship. It wants to stress you to the point where you stop praying, where you stop praising, where you become so consumed by survival that you forget that you are chosen, that you are covered, and that you belong to a mighty God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. This demon operates quietly, disguising itself in normal struggles. It whispers, "You're just bad with money," when in truth, there's a dark spiritual resistance working to delay every harvest that God has already released over your life. The reason this matters is because God has ordained something greater over you. You are meant to be a light, a provider, a blessing carrier. But how can you give if you are always fighting just to stay afloat? The demon that controls your money wants to block your generosity. It wants to chain your purpose. It wants to keep your mind locked in fear and your hands tied in lack. But heaven is shouting, enough is enough. God is pleading with you, not out of anger, but out of holy urgency. This is your wake-up call. The demon that controls your money is about to take your last dollar, not just to bankrupt you, but to shake your faith to the point of collapse. But God is interrupting that collapse. This message is not here to entertain you. It is here to rescue you. It is here to wake up your spirit and remind you that you serve a God who sees the secret battles and defeats hidden enemies. Comment 11:11 if you know that what has been hidden in darkness is being revealed by the power of God. You may have wondered why it seems like those closest to you are never really happy when you're doing well. Why they go quiet when you start to rise. Why their compliments are always followed by slight jabs or distant silence. God is not only exposing the demon controlling your finances, He is exposing your neighbor. Not just your literal next-door neighbor, but the people around you who have been carrying secret bitterness, secret jealousy, and secret curses spoken in the dark behind your name. There are people who have smiled with you and prayed with you but whispered against you. And while you've been wondering why progress feels heavy and blessings feel delayed, God has been watching the hearts of those you trusted. Your neighbor, the one who sat close but carried poison, is being exposed in this season. God is not only fighting for your resources, He is defending your destiny. This message is not just a warning, it is a lifeline. You are not helpless. You are not forgotten. You are divinely seen. And while the demon that controls your money tried to convince you that your life is just one long battle of not enough, God is speaking provision, freedom, and restoration. This is the moment where the curse breaks. This is the moment where the cycle ends. This is the moment where you stop surviving and start standing. You are not being emptied without reason. You are being emptied so God can fill you with something greater. That last dollar is not your end. It is your turning point. Because when the enemy thinks it has taken your last breath of hope, that's when heaven breathes in double portion. The same God who fed Elijah with ravens, the same God who poured oil through a widow's jar until it overflowed, that God is standing in your room right now with angels ready to war on your behalf. This is not a season to shrink. This is a season to lift your hands in surrender and let the fire of God burn through every chain. Let His truth wash through every lie. Let His light expose every neighbor whose heart was never pure toward you. The time of pretending is over. The time of manipulation is over. The time of lack is over. You are not alone. You have been fought, yes. But you are also surrounded. God is not just watching. He is moving. And though the demon that controls your money wanted to leave you broken, God is turning the page of your life with healing in His hands and justice in His voice. A strange 9-word prayer, once locked away in a government archive, is now helping everyday people attract money faster than ever imagined. Scientists say it activates a dormant part of the brain tied to abundance and receiving. It takes less than 30 seconds to speak, but the effects can be life-changing. People are reporting cleared debts, surprise windfalls, and total financial freedom. Click the link in the description and comments before this page is taken down without warning. The battle you've been facing has been much deeper than you thought. What looked like poor luck or bad timing was actually a targeted attack. The demon that controls your money has been weaving itself into your routines, slowly suffocating your peace, your joy, and your sense of freedom. It's been operating like a silent thief, never loud enough to make you panic, but consistent enough to keep you tired. And all this time, you've been trying to fight something spiritual with natural strength. You've been trying to fix it with budgeting, with hustling, with stretching every last dollar, when the real battle has been happening in the unseen realm. The demon didn't come for your money alone. It came to chain your mind and kill your confidence. But God is still pleading with you, not because He's desperate, but because He loves you too deeply to let this continue. Comment 222 if you trust that God is lifting the veil right now and restoring what was stolen. You see, this demon has one goal: to disconnect you from your God-given flow. It wants to make you believe that lack is your portion. It wants you to forget that you serve a provider, that Jehovah Jireh still reigns. It wants you to be so buried in bills, so consumed by stress, that you no longer pray with fire or believe with boldness. But God is speaking directly to your soul right now, reminding you of the authority that still rests on your life. You are not under the foot of the enemy. You are under the covering of the Most High. The demon may have touched your bank account, but it cannot touch your covenant. What makes this more serious is that the demon that controls your money often works in agreement with people around you. And that's why God is exposing your neighbor. Not because he wants you to become suspicious or bitter, but because he wants to set you free from connections that are draining your purpose. There are people who clap for you in public but curse your growth in private. People who smile, but whose hearts are secretly threatened by your light. These are not just bad relationships. These are spiritual leeches attached to your peace. And God, in His mercy, is cutting them off. He is shining a light so bright that no false mask can survive it. That's why you've been feeling exposed. That's why you've been sensing tension around people who used to feel safe. It's because heaven is showing you the difference between company and covenant. Between those who are assigned to your life and those who were sent to delay it. God is pleading with you, not to make you feel guilty, but to open your eyes. Your discernment is being sharpened right now. What used to confuse you is becoming clear. That friend who always joked about your dreams? That neighbor who suddenly grew distant when your blessings showed up? It wasn't your imagination. It was revelation. God is not only showing you what's been controlling your finances, He's showing you who's been silently hoping you fail. And He is not revealing this to shame them, but to free you. This is a rescue mission. God is not asking you to perform. He's asking you to trust. Because once He exposes, He restores. Once He reveals, He redeems. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to stay close to Him. The demon that controls your money has been using exhaustion as a weapon, but God is giving you rest. It has been using shame as a chain, but God is giving you honor. You've been barely holding it together, but God is stepping in to carry what was too heavy for you. You are about to see what it looks like when heaven steps in. God is not late. He is precise. And while the enemy has been trying to convince you that your breakthrough will never come, heaven has already dispatched the answer. You are walking into a season where what was blocked will flow, where what was delayed will accelerate, where what was withheld will pour out. Comment 555 if you believe that financial healing and divine clarity are being released over your life right now. This is not just about money. This is about divine alignment. You were created to walk in overflow. Not because of greed, but because of purpose. You are called to be a lender, not a borrower. You are anointed to be a blessing to others, but how can you bless when you are barely breathing? That is why God is pleading with you. He is pulling you out of this silent financial prison, and He is doing it in a way that no one else can take credit for. There will be sudden favor, unexpected provision, divine reversals. Doors you didn't knock on will open. Bills you didn't know how to pay will be cleared. Not by might, not by effort, but by the Spirit of the living God. He is turning what looked like your final loss into the beginning of your deliverance. Even now, angels are being assigned to cancel demonic transactions made over your life in the Spirit. Even now, the fire of God is falling on every cursed contract and every spoken word that said you wouldn't make it. Even now, the hand of God is moving through your household, your bank account, your relationships, and your atmosphere. And what about your neighbor, the one God is exposing? Don't be surprised when people fall away. Don't be shocked when some distance themselves or shift suddenly. It is not rejection. It is protection. God is not only fighting for your provision. He is guarding your peace. And sometimes the most powerful thing He can do is remove what you didn't have the strength to walk away from. Researchers recently uncovered something unusual in a classified neuroscience file, a 9-word sentence that appears to rewire how your brain responds to wealth. People who repeat it daily are seeing real-world results: reduced anxiety, boosted income, and unexpected financial gifts. It's simple, silent, and requires no action, just the words. But this discovery is being watched closely, and it might not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. This is your moment. Heaven is watching. Hell is trembling. And you are standing at the edge of freedom. Let this word go deep. Let it cleanse what you've carried. Let it stir what you've buried. Because the demon that controls your money is losing power right now, and the chains that tried to silence you are breaking with every breath you take. When the weight of what you're facing becomes too much for words, when your chest feels heavy and your spirit feels tired, you must know that God sees you in that very place. He has not turned His face away from your struggle. He has not ignored your tears in the night or the quiet prayers you whispered when no one else was watching. The demon that controls your money has been trying to make you feel alone, as if heaven has gone silent and no help is coming. But the truth is, heaven has been preparing a shift, a breakthrough, a divine intervention that no demon can stop. Comment 12:12 if you can feel God's power breaking through the places you once thought were too far gone. This spirit has been robbing you for years, not just of money, but of momentum. You work hard, you give your best, but there always seems to be something that takes away what you've gained. It is a cycle that keeps repeating. As soon as you get some rest, more pressure comes. As soon as you make progress, more problems rise. And it has made you question if you're cursed, if maybe something is just wrong with you. But the truth is, you've been under spiritual attack. There is a demon assigned to your money. It is strategic, and it is cruel. It uses confusion, delay, fear, and false opportunities. It leads you into choices that seem good at first but leave you more burdened in the end. God is pleading with you, not because He's desperate, but because He's determined to rescue you. He is lifting you out of this cycle, and it begins by opening your eyes. This is not just about saving money. This is about saving your purpose. Because the enemy knows that if you ever walk in true freedom, you will become a threat to every dark thing around you. The moment your money is no longer manipulated, your hands will begin to build what God showed you in your spirit. The moment your finances are no longer chained, your faith will grow without limitation. The devil fears what you will do once you are truly free. That's why the attacks are so constant. That's why the pressure never seems to let up. The demon that controls your money has tried to convince you that struggling is just part of life. That living in stress is normal. That being broke is somehow humble. But those are lies. Yes, God teaches us in the valley. Yes, there are seasons of testing. But prolonged cycles of lack are not from God. They are the result of spiritual warfare, and that warfare ends when truth begins. You are not called to worship your job. You are not called to be a slave to survival. You are a child of God, and heaven's resources are not scarce. God does not run dry. His promises are not delayed by time, they are delayed by warfare. And now the battle is turning, because you are waking up to what's really been going on. Comment 777 if you know that this awakening is not just a word, but a divine confirmation meant for your spirit. Let's talk about your neighbor. That presence in your life that seemed close, supportive, maybe even kind. But beneath the surface, they have not been for you. Some of the delays in your blessings were not just spiritual resistance from the enemy, but interference caused by those close to you. People you opened your heart to. People you helped. People you covered in prayer, not realizing they were speaking against you while pretending to agree with your faith. God is exposing your neighbor. Not to make you paranoid, but to make you prepared. The same way Judas sat close to Jesus. The same way Delilah drew near to Samson. The same way Saul once loved David. There has always been a pattern in the Word of God. Those who sit closest are often the ones the enemy uses when he can't get to you directly. And right now, God is pulling the curtain back. That friend who always plays the victim, who subtly makes you feel guilty for your blessings, God is showing you their true heart. That coworker who always seems helpful, but always shifts the atmosphere with their words, God is revealing their influence. That relative who constantly reminds you of your failures but never celebrates your growth, God is showing you how their words have shaped your self-belief. This exposure is not cruel. It is freedom. Because when you see the truth, you stop carrying the weight of false loyalty. You stop making room for what God never assigned to your destiny. The people God is removing were only meant to go with you so far. You've been wondering why you feel stuck, why you feel spiritually heavy. It's because you've been dragging people who don't belong in your next chapter. This is the season of divine release. Heaven is cleaning house. And though it may hurt to see who's really been against you, it is better to walk alone with God than to walk with many who secretly hope you fail. The demon that controls your money often finds a seat at the table through the people you least suspect. But no more. The access is being cut off. The drain is being sealed. The storm is being silenced. And with every layer of exposure, God is restoring you. He is rebuilding your confidence. He is refilling your spiritual tank. He is speaking life into your finances and healing into your relationships. You will not live under manipulation. You will not settle for survival. You will walk in divine strategy, in supernatural provision, and in unstoppable grace. A Harvard-backed study just confirmed what spiritual leaders have whispered for centuries: words carry power. Specifically, a 9-word phrase is now helping thousands attract wealth without stress, hard work, or guesswork. You don't need to believe in miracles for this to work, but many people are starting to. The results are showing up in their bank accounts, not just in their hearts. Click the link in the description and comments before this message is erased forever. You are not too late. You are right on time. You are not broken beyond repair. You are positioned for restoration. God is not mad at you for not seeing the truth before. He is proud of you for having the courage to hear it now. He is standing with you in this shift. He is walking with you into this new season. And His protection will surround you, even when people walk away. You are about to see what it looks like when God fights for you, not just in spirit, but in substance. Finances that were blocked are being released. Relationships that were draining are being removed. Faith that was faint is being revived. You are not losing everything. You are gaining clarity. You are not being punished. You are being protected. There is a shift happening right now, and if you are still here reading this, then this word is carrying your name written all over it. The demon that controls your money has been attempting to orchestrate a final blow. This spirit has been circling your life, waiting for one last weak moment, one last desperate choice, one final mistake to push you completely over the edge. But the mercy of God is intercepting that fall. The plans of darkness are being cancelled by the voice of heaven, and what was meant to bankrupt you is about to be the very area where God brings overflow. Comment 999 if you can sense something shifting even now in the invisible places of your life. You have felt it in your bones. The pressure that tightens your chest when another bill arrives. The anxiety that steals your sleep while your bank account barely breathes. This isn't just financial stress. This is a spiritual attack, carefully targeted to drain you not only of money but of courage, of vision, of hope. The demon that controls your money doesn't just want your last dollar. It wants your last ounce of belief that things can change. It wants to suffocate your dreams and leave you numb to the promises of God. But hear this clearly, God is pleading with you because He has seen the whole map. He knows what's coming if you don't let Him step in fully. He's not here to scold you. He's not here to shame you. He is here to deliver you from a snare you didn't even know was set. This demon has been using open doors, some that looked like blessings but were bait. It has whispered lies that sounded like truth. It has made you feel guilty for wanting more, and made you believe that peace and provision were only for others. But God is tearing the lies apart. He is reintroducing Himself as your Father, your provider, your defender, and your sustainer. There is a reason the attacks have intensified lately. The demon knows what God is about to release over your life. There is a reason things have felt heavier, more chaotic, and more unstable. It's because the devil always sends his strongest attacks when your breakthrough is closest. And God is pleading with you to stay awake, to not go back to spiritual sleep, to not normalize what you were never created to carry. Your finances are not just numbers. They are connected to your future. Your ability to give, to build, to move, and to obey God quickly, it's all connected. And the enemy knows that if he can control your money, he can delay your destiny. But the good news is this: God is not silent. He is speaking over your life now. And His voice is stronger than any demonic grip.